Hey guys, Coach Derek alongside Coach Aaron here.
What's up?
Coming up with our tips and tricks for the 23.2 workout. So JF Open is this Saturday, 9:15. Team Haley is black. Team Derek is military or olive green. Get there and get that. So our workout for this weekend is 15-minute AMRAP, starting with 5 burpee pull-ups into 10 50 shuttle runs, 50-foot shuttle runs. And each time you come back to the pull-ups, you are adding 5 burpee pull-ups each time. So it would be 5 and 10, 10, 10, 15, 10, and back and forth. Immediately after that 15-minute AMRAP, you have 5 minutes to establish a heavy thruster from the floor. Awesome. All right, Aaron's going to talk to us about the scaled version.
Yeah, so pretty much the same exact workout for the most part in terms of the format of it. So we'll have 5 burpees. Instead of the pull-ups, it'll be 5 burpees to a target. The standard will still be the same there. So as long as your fingertips don't touch the bar, that will be your target that you jump to. You still have 50 feet of shuttle runs, 25 down, 25 back. And then each round you will increase those burpees by 5 each time. And then you will still have the part B version. So still going into the heavy thruster, 5 minutes to establish that heavy thruster.
Sweet.
And then we do have an X4 version.
Yes, our X4 version. So for members who are X4 only and still coming in and getting after it for this workout, instead of a heavy barbell, we are giving you a set of torpedoes, and you will have a max set, so 1 set of max thrusters with that set of torpedoes. So 1 in each hand, and you are going as many as you can in one set.
Which I think is a lot harder.
That's gonna be pretty bad. All right. Yeah, so let's go over, kind of break it down, give some strategy, Aaron.
Yeah, so let's talk about the burpee pull-ups first. You know, this workout in a whole, not very complicated, not a whole lot going on, just really cardio heavy, and then we're going to end out with some heavy weights. So for the burpee pull-ups, the main thing that we want to focus on here is stay moving. That's our key point for number 1. The burpee itself is typically one of those movements where you can take them really fast or really slow. You could also waste a lot of time in between those burpees. And especially when we're adding that pull-up in there or to the target, a lot of times people will take it a little bit slower because they step back and step up. Then they wait to jump up and touch the bar, or wait to do that jumping pull-up. So a lot of wasted time. So the main thing you want to do is just stay consistently moving. All right. Don't want to waste too much time in between reps or doing your burpee, and then you sit there looking at the pull-up bar. You want to make sure once you jump up that you get that momentum and get all the way up to the bar. The next tip will be for the jumping pull-up, you want to jump as long as possible. And what we mean by that is whenever you jump up to the bar, you want to try and catch with the bent arm as long as possible, and then finish out the rep with the chin over the bar. Eventually, whenever you start getting into that round of 15 and 20, you will probably a little bit more fatigued where the legs are a little bit more blown up. So you probably won't be able to jump as high and use the end of that strict pull-up as much. So at that point, you will want to start and just do a kipping pull-up. So do your burpee, start from that dead hang position, and then do your kipping pull-up. Okay. We'll take a little bit longer, but hopefully by that point, you're already into the depth of the workout. So it shouldn't be too bad. All right. Yeah. And then lastly is just making sure your position under the bar is good. So what I mean by that is if the pull-up bar is here and I'm standing directly underneath it, when you do your burpee, you don't want to do your burpee back here, then have to take your step up and then find yourself underneath the bar. You want to drop immediately down from here and essentially have your hands exactly where you want to jump. So you're going to jump your feet back or step your feet back. You don't want to your feet have to move, okay? So you shouldn't be ending up here. You shouldn't be back here, then having to step up to do your jumping pull-up, okay? So positioning, again, minimizing the amount of time in between reps will be very key to the jumping pull-up,
right?
Okay?
Awesome. Yeah. So those reps can add up. So does that time. So shuttle runs, probably more of a shuttle shuffle. Same kind of concept. We're just going to stay moving. Steady is fast here. So smooth, nice and easy. So keep there's some other tips like keeping a rhythm or kind of like a cadence on your steps, kind of help you keep moving. At your turn, so we want to have a 180 turn as you are getting that line. So what I don't want to do is, I don't want to be running and then like turning around past the line. I want to use my line and be turning as soon as I get past this line, okay? Hit that line with that turn, which is going to be a lot more of like a hip turn than anything else. And then you're going to be paying attention to the leg that you hit that line with, okay? Some people like to use the same leg. Some people like to alternate. So be paying attention because, again, if you can have the same steps in between, you're using the exact same leg to turn with, and that's going to keep you and that time domain down, okay? So last one is going to be our thruster. So after that 15 minutes.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of the workout. 5 minutes, let's lift heavy. You know, you're going to be pretty fatigued. And like Derek was just mentioning, the leg that you turn with and the leg that you use to step up on the burpee pull-up, you want to try and alternate those because when we get down here, you don't want one side of your body or one leg really fatigued. So first tip on the thruster is going to be your first rep. You want to be 100% confident that you can hit that rep no matter what type of fatigue you're under. So percentage wise, luckily Coach Derek had us do a 1 rep max thruster not too long ago.
Yeah.
If you did that, you should know about where your 60 to 70% is. So that would be a good place to start. Obviously, whenever you're warming up, you'll see what your body feels like. If you're feeling confident, you can maybe go a little bit heavier. But our tip is going to be making sure you hit 1 rep, hit it clean, feel the good rhythm. That way you can build some confidence in those next 2 reps, all right? And then next tip would be 3 attempts at most, okay? This is a workout where 5 minutes is not very long, but if you start too light, you could build up reps very quickly because you're making jumps that are a little bit too small. So that's why we're saying make sure that you start around 60 to 70%. That really only gives you about 2 more reps to really get close to your true 1 rep max, which you shouldn't do in this workout. Like you're going to be so fatigued that you're probably not going to hit your 1 rep max, or you're not even going to PR unless you just, you know, something crazy happens and you absolutely crush it that day. And then the last tip would be, you know, where the 15-minute AMRAP goes directly into our 5 minutes of the 1 rep max. So, you know, that clock's going to be continuously running. So you don't want to just finish wherever you're at the 15-minute mark and then go directly to pick your bar up, okay? You want to at least rest 45 seconds here. I know that cuts your time down, but your bar will be preloaded. So you should be able to catch a breath, get your legs underneath you, make sure your shoulders are good, and hit that first rep very cleanly. Coach Derek really is talking about 90 seconds before you hit your first rep. But I think 45 to 90 seconds is going to be plenty of time for you to catch your legs and be able to hit that first rep cleanly. But if you're someone that lifts a little bit heavier, maybe 90 seconds is a good way to just let your body chill for a second. And if you know you're only going to hit 2 reps or two attempts, you can maybe afford to rest a little bit longer from that 15-minute AMRAP into the strength portion. Correct. Right? Awesome. So Coach Derek is going to now hit us with our JF Open goal for Part A and Part B.
So for Part A, so everyone's goal to Part A, the 15-minute AMRAP, we are wanting to get past the round of 20. So you are completing the 20 burpee pull-ups or the 20 burpees, plus the 10 shuttle runs afterwards. So once you complete that, you have reached our JF Open goal for the Part A. For Part B, we are going, I should double check this because we throw out some numbers here. For the women, we hope that get to achieve 105 for the thruster, and for men, 205. Okay, so we danced around with some numbers, but it's basically an idea of like, hey, this is something that if you really want it, like you got to go and get it, and you got to make the best of this strategy to get that number. Okay, so that's our goal for the JF Open. You get that, hey, there's 2 more points towards your team, and see who comes out on top next week.
Awesome, guys. Well, that's our 23.2 tips. Week 2 is already almost done. So come in, crush it, come cheer everyone on, come judge some people, and come ready to work. I love these Part A, Part Bs because I finally get to do something that tailors to me. All right. So we'll see you in the gym tomorrow.
All right.